Good morning, legends. Thanks for joining us on the road again. So this morning we left the main part of Carnarvon National Park and we've headed north a couple of hours to a town called Springshaw. Now we're on our way west out along the Dawson Development Road and we're heading to a little place called Salvator Rosa. So I think Salvator Rosa goes under the radar a bit. It's really hard to find some good information on it. I started researching it last year when we were looking to come out to Carnarvon Gorge. There's a couple of interesting parts about the place. I'll touch on that one later. In the meantime, we've got about a 2.5 hour drive and we'll see you in there. Anticipation is high. We're on the last few Ks now into Salvator Rosa. Place looks pretty amazing so far. The one thing I really noticed driving out here is just how isolated this place is. This would be by far the most remote place I've been camping with the family. Only passed like a handful of cars the entire way out here and a lot of the drive is dirt road. There's a few cattle properties and everything on the way, but really there's not many signs of life out here. Just like the last few trips, we are running the Oz tent and then we'll run the rooftop tent, but I'm going to set that one up later just in case we go somewhere this afternoon. So this is the Nagoa River campground, which I believe is the only campground down here at Salvator Rosa. We have a toilet block. And there's actually some other campers down here, which I'm pretty surprised about. When I booked like a week ago, there was no one booked for down here, but there's probably about 4 other cars. Do you like the place?
Me neither.
Me neither. So one of the things that appealed to me most about checking this place out was the fact that there's very little information or videos floating around of YouTube of here, and the fact that it says you do need a high clearance 4-wheel drive. I haven't seen any evidence of actually needing that yet. The track-in was pretty easy. I reckon a normal 2-wheel drive would get into here. I think there is a track that actually goes from here, like down through a riverbed, and I'm guessing that's probably where you do need a 4-wheel drive, but I think any kind of car would actually get into the campground here.
Oh, okay.
Just going for a drive up the 4-wheel drive track now, and we've gotten to a river straight away. Pretty sure it's really shallow, but I'm just gonna suss it out before Ash drives through, and then I can at least film it from the other side.
It felt fine. I didn't feel like I was going to get stuck or anything.
I think that was probably Ash's first water crossing. High five.
Ooh.
How's that for a fun little way to start the drive down here? apart from that first bit through the water, it's very hard ground up here. There's like a little bit of a hill that we're going up now, but otherwise pretty bloody easy. We've just driven down to the Spyglass Peak walking track. It's meant to be about 2 Ks. Been keen to check this one out since I did a little research into this place. So hopefully, it's starting to get later in the afternoon. We should get some nice light and hopefully I can fly the drone up here. Who's that? Goose. Who have you got?
Fluffy.
Hey, Fluffy. What do you think of the rock wall?
Good. Pretty.
Who do you think made it? I don't know.
No.
Me neither. This rock wall's absolutely crazy. I haven't done any reading about that, so might have to do some reading when we get back to the campsite. I think there's like a notice board over there, so try and work out what it's actually called and how it's formed. It's insane. It just keeps going around and around. There we go. It looks like it's called Hadrian's Loop or Hadrian's Wall. So this particular spot was only 2 Ks from where we're camping, which is pretty rad. Bit of an incline now. Where are we going, Em?
To a big mountain.
So it looks as though this track just basically loops around the base of Spyglass Peak. It's an epic little walk, really easy. The kids are doing it quite easy as well, which is good. Kind of lose sight of the track around here, so I'm just going to run ahead and see if I can find it again. Saves the kids coming all the way up this bloody little mountain. We decided to head back the way we come because we just could not find that trail. We'll end up, hopefully we can get over to Spyglass Peak from the other track. I think I found where the track's meant to have gone. Ash and Noe are gonna head back to the car and sit in there because the flies are out of control. But I got my little sidekick who's gonna brave the flies with me so we can head back over to the rocks we were at before and fly the drone around here because I'm pretty sure that'll be the best vantage point. All right, drone's out. I'm gonna try and make this nice and quick because there's so many flies about and it's pretty torturous to hang around here.
Take off. Teach me to fly, I won't be coming down. Could somebody wake me up? I don't wanna be here and let the world pass me by. Yeah. I just see her face wherever I look. She's standing in the crowd. I don't want to, but I'm gonna try. When she left me, yeah, let a little bit inside. You know, maybe things are gonna be alright. Cause I just wanna see the light. I'm so sick of waiting and getting too restless to be in this dusty town. I've heard of this place where people forget and you get another try.
Well, that was wild. I hope that footage turned out all right flying it through the hole in that mountain. Oh, I had the shakes big time. Probably wasn't the best time to do it. What have you been doing, Emmy, while I've been flying?
Building this.
And what's that?
A house.
A house for who?
A mountain.
A house for the mountain. All right, we're gonna power it back to the car where Ash and Noe are waiting away from the flies and then head back to camp. What can you see? What are you two doing?
Escaping the flies.
So many flies.
I like to move it. I like to move it. I like to move it. I like to move it.
I like to move it. Just back at camp. What a cracking arvo. It's so good how close it was down there. We'll manage to set up camp and then head down and get something done. Good way to fill the afternoon. Anyway, tent setup is done. Who's hungry?
Me!
What's for dinner, Em?
Got nachos.
Yum. Tea time, bud? What's going on in here, eh?
Keeping warm.
Yes.
Good morning from Salvator Rosa. I tell you what, it was way warmer than Carnarvon Gorge when we went to bed last night, but bloody hell, it got cold during the night last night. I could not keep warm. I was fully rugged up in a pretty good sleeping bag too, and I was freezing my ass off. It was just Emmy and I in the rooftop tent. I was pretty tempted to get her to jump in my sleeping bag with me because I was that cold. I think that's probably the biggest drama with the rooftop tents is you get a lot of cold air coming up from underneath. Probably something I need to solve before I go anywhere colder in the future. Anyway, time for a coffee now. Cheers. As I was saying yesterday, when doing a bit of research on Salvator Rosa, there's a few interesting facts that come up about the place. I might read this one off the phone because I doubt I can actually remember it all. So the springs and streams that form out here eventually form three of Australia's major river systems. The Fitzroy River flows east to the sea near Rockhampton. The Murray-Darling system heads north to the distant sea near Adelaide, while the legendary Barcoo joins the Thompson to become Cooper Creek before emptying into Lake Eyre. It's pretty crazy that it all starts out here. How'd you sleep? Yeah? What's Rebecca, kids?
Can.
They good? So we just headed off from camp again and we've headed down the four-wheel drive track. We're gonna go for a bit of an explore down here and see what else we can find down the track. We're just going to do a little bit of a tour along this road and stop at any of the signs that we see. So this one is Louisa Creek, I believe it's called. Haven't seen anything of this one, but we'll check it out. so beautiful down here. How clear is this water? It's bloody incredible. It's like the last thing you expect to find out in a place like this. The clarity and sandy bottom of this joint reminds me of Eli Creek. It's bloody incredible. Hey Em, what do you reckon this place is called? Because I definitely can't pronounce it. What do you reckon it is, Em?
Come away from it so I can see the word.
No pressure.
Homoranthus Hill.
Homoranthus Hill. I think this walk's only meant to be a few hundred metres. So, ooh, I can see some stairs going up, but so it might be a bit harder than I thought. That ended up being a pretty easy walk. Some pretty nice views of the different ranges around here too. So I reckon it's worth the effort to come up for a look. So we just drove to the end of the trail down here, which ends at Major Mitchell Springs. We decided not to go for a walk down there. It's getting a bit hot now and it didn't sound as exciting as the other spots to check out. So I reckon the drive along here is probably about 30 minutes if you're driving without stopping. It's a really nice drive, like through some really scenic kind of forests, and get to see all the boulders and everything like that. We're just gonna start heading back towards the camp direction now. Just made one last stop at the Spyglass Peak circuit. I was just thinking yesterday that I probably should have tried to fly the drone over that Hadrian's Wall because it could look pretty cool. So I'm going to give that one last crack before we head back to camp. So we just packed up and left Salvator Rosa. What an epic place. Highly recommend checking out that one, guys. We are now going to head through to Roma, where we're going to spend the night and then head back home to Bribie Island. Anyone that enjoyed this stuff, please subscribe. I definitely appreciate it. And I'll see you in the next one, legends.
See you in the next one.